Okay, so I was recently asked for an update as to what's been going on with the aquaponics system. And as you can see, we've had considerable growth in this particular grow bed here. Squash really seem to like the system a lot. We do have some strawberries in here. We got a whole bunch of stuff in here. This is basically just a big hodgepodge, more or less an experiment to see what's going to grow well in here and what's not going to grow well in here. And that's why it's a bit of a wreck, but you'll see that we have some pretty decent sized squash already starting to grow. There's a pretty good sized squash over here. Got more flowers, some kale down here. We got some broccoli growing in the middle here. Some more broccoli growing. We got some beans in the back there. Many different kinds of beans, some green beans, some temporary beans, a whole bunch of different kinds. We got some small squash starting to grow down here. Another small squash growing down here. Another one behind him. So we got quite a bit of growth going on in here. Another good sized squash growing right there. Another broccoli. Lots of stuff growing in here. It all seems to be doing pretty well. Inside here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see any or not. That's where our tilapia are. They like to hide out during the day. I can't really tell if you got to see any of them or not in there, but they've gotten quite big. When we got them, they were just little itty bitty fingerlings. And they've probably pretty close to tripled in size in a short period of time. Down the sump down here, we got a tomato plant that's just starting to grow. Starting them off down there. One of my other video posts, I showed you my solar heater, which seems to be working pretty good for heating up the water during the day and keeping the water temperature relatively warm over the cool nights that we've been having here in mid-October. We'll go around over here and we'll take a look inside. And we'll see what's growing in the aquaponics. I just recently removed the shade cloth from here because the sun is getting a little bit weaker, even though it's still pretty strong for most areas of the country. It's getting a little bit weaker, so I removed the shade cloth so that these plants in here get a little bit more sun. I think they've already started to take off since I've done that. Here we have some kale. There's some lettuce. These are the strawberries that were the bare root strawberries when we put them in here. They're growing a little slower than I would have expected, but they're coming along. They're doing pretty good. And we are starting to get some fruits on them. I don't know if you can see this one over here on the side, but there is a little fruit down there. And some flowers. Another little lettuce. That actually right there is a desert willow, which all accounts say that they hate having wet roots, but as you can see, his roots are pretty wet, and he is actually starting to grow, which is amusing. We put another squash in here just recently, and he's starting to grow out pretty good. We got a little ground cherry over there, he's just starting to grow. Some red cabbage, they're just starting to take off. A couple more cauliflower over here, some small cauliflower. They all seem to be doing pretty good. The pepper plants are starting to die down, the basil's starting to die down. So getting lots of peppers on my Thai basil. The strawberries in the dirt in the crates actually seem to be doing a little bit better than the strawberries in the aquaponics system. I'm not 100% certain why, but it is interesting to me. So we're kind of doing a side-by-side thing, but these strawberries seem to be doing pretty good, although they aren't giving us any fruit. They're growing like crazy, but no fruit. So we might have to give them something to make them bloom so we can get some fruit off of them. These pepper plants, I just harvested a bunch of peppers off of them, but they still got a few peppers left on them. But it's getting near the end of the season for them. And, that's pretty much it for the update so far. Thanks for watching.